First off, let me start by saying great team win. I knew that we'd come out on top. A lot of people are talking about us being undefeated, but we're not undefeated. We are 5-0, but we're not undefeated. We've had some losses along the season. Pouncey went down with a foot, got up with 2. We're going to reevaluate that, see if he can go tomorrow. Even though we don't have a game, we need him to go to places that we can't go. The Brown was a good organization. We neutralized and stigmatized and we neutered their run game. We knew we had to step up. We put their starting quarterback into backup mode, and we neutralized the system and the systematic ways of the game. So yeah, although we are 5-0 and the greatest undefeated team ever, obviously, clearly, we're going to give hell to the 6-0 going forward. Questions?
Mike, dramatic change in third down success at first blush. What caused that turnaround?
I don't want to paint this answer with a broad brush. We had a better plan. Wasn't easy sledding. We had to get some bigs on bigs and smalls on smalls, and our bigs were bigger than their smalls. So coincidentally, that'll work sometimes in the game plan. Last week we coached JV, we played JV, but this week we were NFL caliber. Next week hoping to be varsity, and that took care of that.
Jerry Dulac?
Mike, as you mentioned, it was kind of all 3 phases, not just third down, but you stopped them 3 times on fourth down. You slowed that top rushing attack and held them to 7. As complete a defensive performance as you've had?
We did what we had to do today. Doing what we have to do on days we don't deal like doing it with a dill pickle. We have to play Steeler football. There were times in the game I felt like we were getting flushed and washed out, but we steadfast. We stood there, and we didn't move. We were doing the mannequin challenge. So defensively, I think we were sound, and we need to be more offensive on the defensive side of the ball going forward.
Mike, you guys were 4-0 entering this game, but a win hadn't come against an opponent with a winning record. What kind of statement do you guys make today beating this Browns team?
We're not in the statements. We're not in the making statements, but I'm going to give you a statement. We're 5-0. We're 5-0. Last week we were 4-0. I don't think there's ever been a team that was 5-0 in the NFL, and if there was, it wasn't us. It wasn't us. This is Steeler football. November's coming up. Although we're almost out of October, I'm looking towards December to release hell on anybody that stands in the way of us being 3-0. 3-0. And I know the math doesn't make sense in your head, but that's why you're not coach. I'm coach. And if you want to be coach, you have to get a shirt.